Brandon Blackstock's final weeks were a poignant blend of joy and sorrow. Just 1 month before his death from melanoma at the age of 48, his eldest daughter, Savannah Blackstock, announced that she was expecting a baby girl. A piece of happy news that now stands as a bittersweet milestone in the family's story. In early July 2025, Savannah, 23, shared the news on Instagram. Her post featured a warm family photo that included her young son, Lake, and another little girl she referred to as Juliana. The caption revealed her pregnancy, set to culminate in the arrival of a daughter at the beginning of January. She wrote with deep emotion about how this season had been filled with peace, excitement, and so much grace, and how the Lord has been so faithful throughout. It was a post of gratitude and expectation, one that spoke to her hope for the future while acknowledging the challenges of the present. Only weeks later, in late July, Savannah shared another image that now feels even more poignant. It showed her sitting next to her father in Montana, where he had been living. Brandon smiled gently, his arm resting on the back of the bench behind her. The caption read simply, "Back home to the mountains and my daddy." The photograph would turn out to be one of the last public glimpses of Brandon before his passing. On August 7, 2025, Brandon died following a 3-year, private battle with melanoma. His family confirmed that he passed away peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. His death marked the end of a life deeply entwined with the music industry. He was the former husband of singer Kelly Clarkson, with whom he shared 2 children, and the son of music manager Narvel Blackstock. His ties to country music extended through his stepmother, Reba McEntire, and his own work managing artists over the years. Brandon's family life was complex but closely knit in moments that mattered most. He had 4 children, Savannah and Seth, from his first marriage to Melissa Ashworth, and River Rose and Remington with Clarkson. Though he and Clarkson divorced in 2022 after a contentious split, they remained connected through their shared commitment to co-parenting their children. When Brandon's illness worsened, Clarkson adjusted her own career plans. She canceled the remainder of her Las Vegas residency in early August to focus on supporting her children through the loss of their father. For her, the decision was less about professional obligations and more about being present during a period of deep emotional upheaval. It underscored the enduring, if complicated, bonds between the former spouses. Savannah's pregnancy announcement, made so shortly before Brandon's passing, adds a layer of poignancy to his story. In the midst of his declining health, there was the promise of new life. A granddaughter he would never meet in person, but whose arrival in January will carry forward his family's legacy. The overlapping timelines of life and death created a narrative in which joy and grief were inseparably linked. Friends and followers responded to Savannah's news, and later to her father's passing with a mix of celebratory and consoling messages. Many remarked on the visible love between father and daughter in their final photograph together. Others noted the poetic, if painful, symmetry of a family welcoming a child even as they mourned the loss of another member. Savannah herself framed this season in terms of faith, writing about her awe at God's kindness even in hardship. For her, the pregnancy seemed both a gift and a grounding force during the most difficult of circumstances. It's a sentiment that resonates with anyone who has experienced major life changes alongside profound loss. Brandon's story in those final months was ultimately one of connection. Despite the complications of his personal history, his last public moments reflected closeness with his children and an enduring sense of home. Savannah's journey into motherhood continues that thread, weaving the next generation into a family tapestry marked by resilience, love, and the ability to hold space for both grief and joy at once. As January approaches, the Blackstock family will face a new chapter, one without Brandon's physical presence, but infused with his memory. The arrival of Savannah's daughter will be a reminder that even in the shadow of loss, life persists. And somewhere in the hearts of those who loved him, there will be the quiet hope that this new life carries forward the warmth, strength, and enduring spirit of the man they called father. For Savannah, the months ahead will be a delicate balance of mourning and anticipation. Each milestone in her pregnancy will arrive with the bittersweet knowledge that her father isn't there to witness it. Yet his influence will remain, woven into family stories, traditions, and the lessons he passed down. The Montana mountains where they shared their final photo will stand as a symbol of peace, grounding her in moments of both heartache and hope. For the rest of the Blackstock family, the new baby will represent not just continuity, but renewal. A living reminder that love endures beyond loss. In January, when Savannah holds her daughter for the first time, she will also carry the weight of her father's absence, tempered by the joy of introducing his granddaughter to the world. In that moment, grief and gratitude will exist side by side, telling the full story of a family that has weathered tragedy while embracing the promise of new beginnings that in the weeks and months to come. Savannah will navigate a journey unlike any she has faced before. A path that blends the ache of loss with the anticipation of new life. Each flutter of her baby's movement, each doctor's visit, and each milestone will be colored by the reality that her father is no longer here to share in the joy. Yet his presence will linger in quieter ways. In the values he instilled, the stories he told, and the deep love he showed for his children. The Montana mountains, where they captured their final photo together, will remain a sacred place in her heart. A landscape that witnessed both reunion and farewell. For the Blackstock family, the arrival of Savannah's daughter will serve as a powerful reminder of life's resilience. The baby will not replace what has been lost, but she will carry the family's story forward, linking past to future in a way that feels almost providential. As January approaches, the excitement of preparing for the baby's birth will coexist with moments of deep reflection. Savannah will hold close the knowledge that while her father may not be there to meet his granddaughter, his legacy will live on through the love she pours into her child. When she finally welcomes her daughter into the world, it will be a moment where grief and gratitude meet. Proof that even in the shadow of loss, there is always the light of new beginnings. Savannah's story is a reminder that life's chapters often overlap. Joy and sorrow can walk hand in hand. As the Blackstock family prepares to welcome a new life while honoring Brandon's memory, they carry forward his love, his lessons, and his legacy. In January, a baby girl will arrive, bringing hope to hearts still healing. And though Brandon won't be here to hold her, his spirit will forever be part of her story.